What is up, guys? Hello and welcome to Star Citizen. So originally my plan was for my first video on this, I was actually going to do sort of like a tips and tricks getting started, things that you needed to know type deal. And I do still plan on releasing that video, but shout out to Cowboy734U. He actually posted on the RSI Spectrum, should be on the screen right now, a Star Citizen 320 tour checklist. And I thought that this would actually be a great way to sort of show off the game. It is well made. It actually does have sort of a introduction to basically a little bit of everything. So I figured we would actually work through this. And as you can see, there's actually basically for all 4 planets, then just some like bonus objectives that you can work on. So I just decided basically right before I started this recording that I will actually split this basically into 4 videos of the 4 different planets. And so as you can see, I am at Neovaii. So this video, which is the first one that's going to go up, will be for Microtech. So we're going to do the Microtech objectives, as well as in the bonus objectives, locate the derelict reclaimer on Microtech. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. At least this video will probably be solo, but I might have some people joining me for some of the other parts. We'll see what happens. We'll see if anybody gets on while I'm working on this. So let's go ahead and get into this. And so while I am loading in, I'm going to actually go ahead and just include this as well. If you are new to Star Citizen and you are planning on making an account, one thing that you need to be sure that you do is use a referral code. There are a few places you can get it. If you have a friend that's already playing, you can go ahead and use theirs. Just ask them. They should be able to find it. If you want to basically just get a random one, there are a few places. If you just look up like Star Citizen referral code, there should be a few places that will basically just give you a randomized referral code. Basically will change every once in a while to just be, it'll pick a random one and basically be there. Or if you are interested, you can also use mine. I will have it on the screen right now. It'll be on the screen, as well as in the description. I will have it down there too. And I guess on top of this, if you are watching this at the time of release, at the time of recording this, which is October 13th, 2023, there is one game package on sale for the cutter. The like Halloween spooky version is on sale. Comes with a like green skin, so you can go check that out. It is on sale for $45 US instead of what is usually, I think, $60. Actually, before we go, I'm actually going to show off a little bit of the view we got over here. Let's take a look at that. It's beautiful. What do we got over this way? I know you can sort of see, yeah, over to the space station over there. So we'll be over there shortly. Let's go ahead and head on down. So I think actually before we go take out a ship, I will actually just show where you can actually take care of those general objectives here on Neovaii if you happen to choose this as your starting location. So to do so, you'll be down here at the Metro Loop. Instead of going over to the spaceport, you will want to go to the right and go to the Commons. Now we gotta wait 30 seconds for the train to arrive, so okay, the train's here. Let's hop on. Now, just a little bit of a heads up. There are actually 2 stops going this way. There will be one at the Expo Center. I believe it's the Tobin Expo Center. If you happen to be on in about a month from now during IAE, that will be most likely where that is hosted. And I have noticed in this patch that the train, at least here in Microtech, one, kind of seems to go quicker than it used to, and two, seems to kind of glitch off the tracks a little bit. So you'll have to ignore that if you see that happening in the video. So yeah, this first stop is not where we want to be. This is going to be the Tobin Expo Center. So if you get off here and go out there, there's no exit over there right now. So yeah, see, Tobin. Yeah, so I was right. And so I guess we can actually go ahead and mark off the first thing on to visit New Babbage, because we are here. So that can go ahead and get marked off. So I guess while I'm actually sort of walking around here, I can actually kind of talk about Microtech a little bit. So just a little bit about Microtech. It used to be the only place that you could choose as your spawn, but I forget which version they started adding the extra ones in. But this used to be the only spawn location that you could choose. And so you do have access to pretty much all of the essentials that you need. So once you get to the plaza, if you come over here to the left, Center Mass and Shubin Interstellar are going to be the two places that you need to go to get kitted out, which is the general objectives, which is armor, backpack, multi-tool, personal weapon, and the medical device. I think you can buy the medical device here. We'll see. So Shubin Interstellar, this can be the first place. We're going to get our armor, and I already know what I'm looking for. We're gonna go Morozov. We're gonna get the heavy duty stuff. Now I do already have quite a bit of this in my local inventory, which you will see soon. It's kind of a mess, but I will make sure to actually wear what I'm buying right now. So then what else? We need a multi-tool, so we're gonna go everything. And if you basically just look up multi-tool, this is what you're looking for, the Pyro multi-tool. Now, the attachment that I pretty much always wind up using is the tractor beam, the Truehold tractor beam attachment. Go ahead and buy that. Actually, really didn't need to buy one. I have a ton of them, but yeah. I'm actually curious. Do they have... No, okay, they don't have the Paramed here. Do they have the... med pens? No, they don't have med pens here either. Going over to Center Mass. Now, Center Mass is where you're going to get your guns. So just basically keep on heading through in the direction you're already going. Should be by the globe of Euterp. I don't know if that's actually how you say it. That is one of the moons of Microtech. And if you see a bunch of ship guns, then you are in the right place. You actually buy ship guns and personal weapons here. You can either do the sort to personal weapons there and basically look through to see what you want, or if you just want to go with the basics, it's going to be the P4 AR. This is kind of more or less the go-to for most combat situations, at least that you can buy at stores. It's kind of the... I guess you'd say the meta, sort of. So we can go ahead and buy one of those, and we're not going to quick buy this. We are going to buy... I'll go ahead and get 6 of them. That should be plenty. I actually do need something to drink, because if you look over there on the left, I'm at 26%. Okay, so that actually sort of takes care of pretty much all those general objectives. For the Paramed, I believe I'd have to go to the hospital. Is back where the habitation is, basically the apartments. It's like on the opposite side. It's at the same place there. So what I'm doing now is trying to find a restaurant or anything where I can buy a drink. I thought there was a restaurant here, but that might be on the other side. Yeah, I believe that's going to be the case. So if you do ever come here to buy anything, this is actually where it's going to be. If you basically come straight across from where you come up from the metro, the TDD, the Trade and Development Division, by Clio. This is where you actually will sell stuff or do any of your trading. That's going to be in here. If you come in here, there'll be these terminals. This is where you do your trading at. And you see the stock prices on everything up there. And you might also notice Mobiglass. Something that I think some people might not know is you can actually buy different Mobiglasses. If you look at the one on my wrist, there, I can actually sort of hover over it. See, it is a Mobiglass with original casing. You can actually get different colored Mobiglasses. And I might actually even have one. But anyways, if you would like to get a different colored Mobiglass, if you come to basically this center circle here and go downstairs. Oh, and don't get, I probably shouldn't have done that because now I'm not going to be able to get back past them. Let's see here, let's find the stand with the different colored Mobiglasses on it. Maybe it's here? Yeah, here we go. You can actually get your different colored Mobiglasses. So you can basically pick any color you want, be styling. Now, this doesn't make any difference to your actual overlay. It is, I believe at this point, just purely a aesthetic change. Basically, it'll change the color of it to whatever it is. Now, this is going to be interesting because I can't actually get out of here. So I will actually be right back once I get out of here. Okay, so I actually just backspaced, which if you don't know, if you hold backspace, you will off yourself and wind up at the hospital or wherever your spawn happens to be set. In my case, it is actually here in Microtech. Let's see if it'll actually let me. Nope. Okay. Yeah, it's been being weird. Usually, if you actually hover over the bed and you do open, you can actually store your med gowns in the bed. But in this case, it actually it hasn't been letting me, at least in this this version. But hey, now my thirst is back to 100%, so I don't need to buy a drink or anything. It's a big building. My elevator's here. Need to pay more attention. But I do guess this means that I can actually fulfill all of those general objectives and buy a paramed device while I'm here, which I think this is where I need to be. Yeah, the pharmacy. If you go to whatever hospital you're at and you can find the pharmacy, this is where you're going to buy your med pens and actually your paramed medical devices. Now, it's not actually showing up, but I'm going to quick buy, and I actually shouldn't need any refills on that. And let's go ahead and get kitted with everything that I bought. I'm going to leave the hospital so I can actually access it. Okay, I was a little messed up. So, as you can see, that is actually the apartments. I just came out of there, so that's where the hospital is relative to the apartments. I was lost for a second. Okay, so now that we're out of there, let's go ahead and throw on some stuff that we had. Undersuit, I guess, doesn't really matter right now. But armor, last but not least, need to equip all of the ammo. So we should actually be fully kitted. And now we can finally head over to the spaceport. Apparently, gym time's going on right now. I didn't know that. Okay, so once you're at the spaceport, just kind of head through security. Find yourself actually in the spaceport, and you actually get a pretty good view of the city from over here. And this is also actually where you can buy your Pico the penguin. I do wish you could buy like the super big ones, but yeah, nah, you can only get the little bitty ones. This is also where you can buy drinks and snacks, as well as any rentals. This is your rentals. What kind of helmets we got? Horizon, white, I won't take those. Not worth it. So, you got a few different versions of Pico to buy. I am not actually going to buy any, but I will semi-check it off my list just because we're here. We saw him. I hovered over it. Hey, I bought it. So yeah, bought a Pico. And here, how about this? I will go take out... There's one of my Picos. Here we go. There. I have a Pico. So before we actually leave New Babbage, I'm going to kind of just do sort of a flyover of the city. Let's see, what ship are we going to take? Since it's kind of the new ship in the game, I will sort of take the I'll take the F8 out to Tier 4. And so, ooh. I don't know if he's actually getting in this elevator or not. I guess he is. Oh, there he is. So in this video, I am not going to discuss any controls or anything like that, as you may have noticed. This is purely just kind of a sort of showing everything off. Now in the getting started, I might discuss some controls that you maybe should know. And for anyone wondering what my setup is, I have one stick. I have a right-handed stick, so it is I think technically the term is hand on mouse and stick, or hand on keyboard and mouse and stick, I think is technically what my setup is. And if you're wondering what kind of stick it is a Thrustmaster T16000M. So
takeoff complete.
Let's go ahead and get our... Wow, it is immediately super bright. Hopefully whenever we get over to the city, it'll be a little more clear. Okay, yeah, there we go. I guess we were just in a cloud. So one control I will talk about is F4. If you hit F4, you can go into third person. And this is kind of how you can get some screenshots, which I am actually going to take my thumbnail right now to continue this tour. Now, I am actually going to discuss something. If you are here to trade, let's say you're in a larger ship, you're doing some trading, and you are trying to get to the TDD or to the commons, you don't actually have to land at the spaceport on the other side of the frozen lake here, or frozen river. If you find this right here, basically these four dome-looking things, this is actually the commons here, and there is a ground entrance actually where this Avenger is landed right here. If you basically land here, and you can run up this hill that the Titan is landed on, and right in the corner that I am looking at right now is a ground entrance. So you can park here and basically go through there and come out in the commons. So that's just kind of a little fun fact for you. that might be useful if you didn't know that was possible. And actually, I'm curious if it's actually there right now. If you go straight in from over here, there is actually a little area under the city over here that you can go into. I don't know if I'll fit. Let's not be facing that way. I'm going to stay in F4 for this just so I can make sure I'm not hitting. Okay, so yeah, it is sort of in here. See, there is a little area in here. Oh, and I guess the Christmas stuff is still here. That's kind of funny. But yeah, they have a little Christmas area set up here. Has like a wreath and some presents and stuff sitting around, a campfire and all that. So that's another little Easter egg for you. So if you basically go straight across from, basically follow the railroad tracks and go under them, straight across from the space station over there. So before we get going, I'm just gonna kind of do a little bit of a fly up over the area here so you can kind of see it. Well, of course, I'm in a cloud, so that doesn't really help. Okay. So I think the first thing that we are going to do is, one, check and see if we actually have the mission or not on here. I don't think so. I didn't see it earlier. No, I do not. So the urgent boarding action in progress, that is also called 890 jump. A lot of people call it that. Basically, there is an 890 jump, or a Origin 890, which is one of the biggest ships in the game. Basically, it'll be in orbit somewhere, and you have to board the ship, and it's basically like bad guys took over the ship, so you have to take out all the bad guys. So that's just kind of a short explanation of what that video is. I'm sure at some point I'll probably do that while I'm recording, and you guys can see it. So instead, we're going to go visit the icebreaker, which if you look in racing, I don't know if it'll actually show up. I don't know if I actually have any levels with racing, because the Lorville Outskirts is the starting racetrack. The icebreaker is another racetrack, which we can get to even if we are not going there to do racing. Yep, it is going to be on Uterp. See right here, it's a little messed up. Time trial location icebreaker, but we can get to it. So let's go ahead and get aimed towards it. We'll look up a little bit. Hit V, have our quantum spooling, and then we can see once we're out of atmosphere enough to actually jump. Should be, I think, about 10,000, 11,000 meters. So whenever you're able to. Yeah, it's about 11,000. Here, before we jump, just get a look back down at the city. Kind of get a better idea of what you're looking at. So if you are coming in and you don't know where to go for the spaceport, if you see all of this big city and then the tracks sort of leading across this frozen lake here to that big building over there, that big building there, that is the spaceport. So that's where you need to be heading towards if you're wanting to land. Let's get our jump down to Icebreaker. I just realized I actually probably should have gone to the Derelict Reclaimer on Microtech first before doing this. But it actually kind of works out because there is a chance that I might get killed whenever we go to whenever we go to the reclaimer, because there is a mission there that people sort of treat kind of like Jump Town, where basically it's kind of a shoot on site, ask questions later, because you can actually make quite good money from it. Forgot I had my lights on. Turn them off. And so here is the icebreaker. Now this was added, I believe, in 3.18 along with racing. This actually might be my favorite racetrack that they added in. So basically this is supposed to be kind of like a research facility that you race around. Don't exactly remember the track, but I know right here basically where I am aiming is the starting line. You kind of go that way, around over there, kind of just loop through the whole facility. Yeah, this place is definitely cool looking. You get the snowy mountains and everything all in the background. This looks really cool. And that is something that I'll probably talk about a lot, is this game is beautiful. So be sure to just like take your time, and honestly, sometimes it's worth it to just jump to random locations you've never been before and just fly around. Now I do see some pink over there, but I think that might just be where something's not loading in, but we'll go check it out and see what it is. I have noticed there's a few things that will do that. Some of the sand caves, the entrances will do that. Kind of be like a pink missing texture. Yeah, that's all that was. It was just a missing texture of, I guess, whatever this is right here. Just a mountain. I'm curious why it's given missing texture if there's not actually like anything special here. Because yeah, like I said, it's usually with the sand cave entrances that I've noticed it does that. Don't get hit by a blizzard. Okay, so now that we have sort of done a flyby of the icebreaker, I'm going to actually go ahead and locate the derelict reclaimer on Microtech. Now, if you don't want this to be ruined where this is, go ahead and you can just skip this part of the video. This will actually be the last thing that we are doing. So, but if you are interested in how to find it, one way that you can actually sort of figure out where it is, you should have a personal mission. Let's see here. It should be called Money from Nothing. But yeah, if you get a mission called Money from Nothing, that will actually basically show you where it is. Because there's basically like a data mining thing there where you can basically get, it's like 90k every 15 minutes or 30 minutes, something like that. So that is a thing. It's actually pretty good money. So, if you're curious where you need to go, if you go to Microtech, you need to get zoomed in correctly. If you find Ghost Hollow, that is going to be the derelict ship, the derelict reclaimer site. Okay, there we are. Finally able to jump. So then, now that I have jumped once, I should hopefully be able to actually... Yeah, there we go. I can actually set my route now. and head on over to Ghost Hollow. Okay, here we are. It is nighttime, which, kinda not the best, but we will make it work. Hopefully no one is here, like has it on lockdown. Actually tried to do a package mission here, like a pickup mission, and may have been killed by someone who was holding it down, and did not mean for that to happen. Also, that was my Discord, not yours. If you heard that. And this is kind of a little tip I'll give. If you're sort of flying at a night and it's a little harder to see, if you hold V and release, you'll do a scan, and it kind of gives you it'll give you an idea of how close to the ground you are. It especially helps whenever you're, say, on like yellow or something like that, where you get into snowstorms. It'll make it so that you can actually see where you're going. And I'm actually going to say, considering that I haven't actually seen any ships... Think fast, Chuckle Nuts! Since I haven't seen any ships, I'm going to say that there's no one has it locked down right now. There might be someone on foot, but if there is, then their ship is not here. And of course, it is actually currently a snowstorm, so turning on my headlights isn't going to be very helpful. It's just going to make it... There we go. So we'll stay in third person, because first person you're not going to be able to see much. But yeah, this is the derelict reclaimer site. Now, there are bad guys that spawn here, so you'll have to keep an eye out for them. And if you are actually doing the money from nothing mission, basically in each half of the ship here, sort of one in the left side and one in the right side there, you will have two different terminals where you have to basically keep them running, and it'll basically do the data mining and make you the money, and then you basically withdraw the money once the timer is up. And basically all the while you will need to basically hold down the fort and make sure nobody comes in and kills you. So yeah, that is a thing. And actually AI cutlasses will spawn. AI bad guys cutlasses will spawn. I don't know if it's actually been changed, but ships spawn with 320 and the change to enemy ships. But in the past, it has been cutlasses that will spawn, and you have to take those out as well. So yeah, I think that is actually going to be it for this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Keep an eye out. I should have 3 more videos coming out. One for R-Corp, one for Hurston, and one for Crusader. These are going to be kind of my welcome to Star Citizen videos. I'll probably name this like Welcome to Microtech or something like that. And so, as I mentioned earlier, my OBS has been kind of acting up a bit lately. So apparently it like completely cut off the end of this video. So if you are interested in seeing the 320 tour checklist, you'll be able to find that in the description. I'll have a link to the Spectrum post. Once again, thank you to Cowboy for posting that. And 2, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.